Welcome or welcome back. My name is Hoto, and uh I will be your host today. About 2 days ago, I was looking into playing chess. I was on my little chess frenzy. As you've seen, I've been playing chess in a lot of my videos as the gameplay for the intros, and this video is no different. I still am playing chess. However, this time it has a lot more meaning and a lot more purpose, I suppose, and because in this video, what we're going to talk about is Magnus Carlsen's huge loss, Sinkfield Cup in St. Louis. So, to put some context to this, this was a long tour. It was called the Grand Chess Tour. And this is also being regarded as one of the biggest chess scandals in 16 years. And a lot of wild accusations, truly just wild accusations have been flinging around. Some are involving sex toys and anal beat. It's just, it gets kind of crazy. Anyways, so what I'm trying to say is that within this matchup, Magnus Carlsen was up against Hans Niemann. What is, to put some context, Niemann is a 19-year-old who is raising people in the chess community. And a lot of people have regarded him as somewhat of a genius, I guess. So, Neiman himself was the lowest rated grandmaster at this entire tournament, meaning that his chances of beating Magnus Carlsen were inherently the lowest. And basically what happened is that Carlsen, after losing the third round on September 4th, sorry, I messed it up, he would eventually resign from the tournament. And this is where things start getting interesting, because Magnus Carlsen has never resigned from a tournament, or withdrew, I meant. He's never withdrew from a tournament prior to this, so this will be one of his first times to date since entering the world stage. And Carlsen, as of leaving, I believe a lot of you are probably familiar with like the famous video of the Chelsea like manager saying, "If I speak, I am in big trouble, big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble." And in this context, it was used as a form of basically saying that the other side was cheating without saying that the other side was cheating. And he posted that the words that he posted were, in a tweet. I've withdrawn from the tournament. I've always enjoyed being in the STLC chess club and hope to be back in the future. And then just linked that video. And since then, it's gone radio silent. So basically, I'm going to talk about the actual chess strategies employed and why a lot of it is indeed suspicious, and then get into the crazy shit. So Magnus Carlsen started things off with a queen's pawn, which I'll put on the screen. It is one of the game's most popular opening moves, and it entails basically moving your pawn 2 moves ahead of your queen, and it's a very strong opening, very common actually. And basically, another common counter is the Nimzo Indian defense. It's another well-known tactic, no surprise. Here's where things start to go off the rails. So basically, Carlsen then ends up using a fianchetto variation to the queen's pawn, which is a very obscure opening to which Magnus Carlsen has only ever used once in a professional setting. And where things go awry is that most people wouldn't know a counter to fianchetto variation, while a lot of people would say, "Oh, well, maybe he just saw through it or figured out a quick like a counter within the time he had." I want to tell you that it wouldn't be that easy, because there's already set in stone variations and things and strategies. You can't necessarily just come up with one on the spot. You have to have already planned it out and it be like a whole routine. I mean, obviously, Obviously, sometimes there are moves that are spontaneous, but this is often not one of them. And when he was interviewed, Neiman basically said, what he basically said is it was a ridiculous miracle that he happened to watch that morning a video of Magnus Carlsen using that same gambit, which the chances of that are incredibly low because of the fact that he's only ever used that once before. And a lot of other chess players have voiced their own opinions on this. Uh, Grandmaster Hikaru is was one of the most outspoken. And
say I don't need to show variations. He's never played the G3 Nimzo ever. Wait a second. I mean, he's never played G3, and Hans is claiming that he prepped it up to move 20 before. I'm really sus, actually. I'm like more sus than I've been before.
I do think that the anal implant or dildo or beads is a genuine concern, and they need to check him ass.
What does the engine say?
Like, he says, what does it say? But if he had looked at this in the morning before the game, he would know that Queen H4 is not a move, and it just loses.
While no one can exactly prove that Neiman has, like, cheated, a lot of stuff is really, like, up in the air. You know what I mean? And one of them is that basically they asked Neiman to clarify what game he exactly had watched as to see if he said the right game, because the right game was a match in 2019 in India. It was Carlsen versus Wesley So. And instead, Neiman had said it was a game in 2018 between Carlsen and Wesley So in London. While this doesn't necessarily imply that he was wrong, it also it doesn't necessitate that he was right about it either. You see what I mean? Like, it's kind of close, but not really, you know. Anyways, one of the strategies that really was interesting that I thought people were talking about is basically there was a rumor that he was using anal beads, which was voiced by Elon Musk himself. Why he's talking about this, I have no idea. Anyways, it was voiced by Elon Musk, and while to an outsider this may seem very unorthodox, impossible, there's a lot of words you could use. However, it's none of those things. It may be unorthodox. Well, not even. When cheating in chess, there's only a couple options. There's variations that you can do things in person, like a huge scandal in, I believe, 2016 resulted in people sitting in different chairs. And there was also another huge scandal where a man, it was a man's use. Okay, so it was in 2006. The then current champion, Velesin Talap. I'm not even gonna try. He was basically he was Russian, and he was facing another Russian opponent named Vladimir, and basically what he accused his opponent of is visiting the bathroom very often during play, and obviously they had some rivalry, and basically what happened is this it was eventually exposed as a scandal, and it was then named Toilet Gate after they'd realized he had been cheating by using the toilet by using like the use of the toilet to think of more strategies, or God forbid, I don't even want to exactly know, but they did somehow achieve that goal of figuring that out. Anyways, that being said, bathroom related or anal related assists would not have been the first time that this has happened during a match, I suppose, is all I'm trying to say. And to get into the specifics, I know a couple other YouTubers have mentioned it, and I myself didn't exactly know how it would have worked until now either, until I watched a couple other videos talking about it. So basically what happens is there's a device called Stockfish. And Stockfish is a is an advanced AI that will determine moves based on what your opponent moves. And it's actually one of the most simple game apps that you can use, and it's basically like all the chess apps auto detect stockfish generally. And basically what people can do is you can put stockfish inside of a specific device and set it to buzz at certain times. And one of the big showcases of this was a I'll show you the YouTube clip, and it was a YouTuber who essentially and chess player who essentially found a way to put the stockfish inside your shoe. This was a common strategy, and even during that tournament, they actually checked all the shoes of every participant. Obviously, I can't show video from it because that is a very strict tournament, and the footage of it is kind of hard to find. But just, just take my word for it here. Anyways, so basically, what ended up happening is that most people suspect if it wasn't in the shoes, they also ran metal detectors all throughout the person's body. So the only logical solution would be an anal cavity sensor, or like a buzzer, which would basically be like a vibrator or a I don't think anal beads are the right term. Like a I don't know, like a vibrator, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not entirely sure how it works, because even if it does understand all the right moves to make, what I don't understand is how it will be able to see and analyze the chessboard. However, I'm not exactly an expert in that field, so I wouldn't exactly know. Anyways, yeah, I oh, a couple other like weird things is that one Neiman has also come out and said that he will play fully nude in order to reveal that he indeed is not cheating. Which it wasn't the first time that it's happened. It happened in the women's chess league in, I believe, 64 or 63, 1963. Yeah, that was the last time that a fully nude match happened. Do I personally think that Neiman cheated? I would personally say that there is a high probability that he did. Do I think it's through the methods that they say? Probably not. I think it's probably through personally, if I had to guess, it would probably be through you know how I mentioned the scandal of people who were sitting in different chairs to determine what the person playing chess should move. So basically, I was thinking it would be something like that, but a much more subtle thing, like even a cough, like two coughs, because at this stage in the game, grandmasters are so excelled that even just a tip, like one single code could crack it all. That could be cheating. One little thing. They don't need like all the moves. They just need one. And they got it. You know what I mean? Like they're in such a different world than every other chess player that after just one move of assistance, they can legitimately win games off of that. So basically, is that I think that it was something more in person, to where it wouldn't necessitate some device that would cause cheating, but instead have other people within the chess world help him, or even audience help him. So I think that's my take on it, and one of my main reasons why I don't think Neiman did it legitimately is because Hikaru analyzed some of the actual film and stuff, and he commented on it. And there's one thing I know about Hikaru is that I don't think he would have publicly said that if he didn't think it was a shred true. And even Magnus Carlsen has never been bitter about his defeats before, so I don't believe that there would be no grounds to necessitate this, is what I'm trying to say. I believe that there would probably be some logical explanation of it. However, I do think that that is kind of terrible on Magnus's part, that he just goes radio silent and doesn't really say anything about it. I do look forward to an update about this entire thing. And I will make an update video after everything comes to light, I suppose. So I just wanted to make this video because I'd been talking about it, and it seems super interesting, but also it's kind of complicated on the same note, and it's hard to talk about because it's hard to fully understand what a chess player knows and go into it with that conception and knowledge, I guess. Like, I may play chess, but I'm also not a grandmaster. You know what I mean? And there's people on both sides of the coin, people that say that he was playing robotically, that what he was doing wasn't natural, that he never had you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Then on the same flip note, that some people are saying, oh, Carlsen wasn't playing his best, or yeah, Neiman is just a genius, oh, like a child genius, and Carlsen is just mad that he lost at him. There's always a lot of people saying a lot of different things, even within the chess community. There's no unanimous decision, and I think that it's really tantam like it's really shown that there's a lot of nuances that have, I guess, shown up in the chess world, and that even and that I guess even if like this community is so closed off and hasn't had like much scandals or anything in the past, even the chess community itself isn't immune to this. And I know that I've often cited the chess community as being one of like the most calm and collected communities where nothing really happens besides playing chess. And even I was proven wrong a couple like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, yeah, that's about all I think I have on the chess like fiasco. So yeah, I know this video wasn't like the others and it was kind of messy. I do apologize for that. And yeah, I'm gonna head to the outro. If I have anything else to say, I think I'll just add it there. So anyways, at the end of the day, my opinions are still kind of the same. While I do think that the people who are accusing him should show evidence of it, like chess.com banning him and stuff like that, they really should try to prove it, because even chess.com has said things like, yeah, we do have the evidence, we just aren't showing it yet. I think that there's a lot of things that are up in the air about this, and I hope you found it as interesting as I did, this little like rant about chess. It was a lot less formulated than a lot of my other videos, and less commentary and more just like, you know. Anyways, if you enjoyed that, which I hope you did, subscribe and like the video if you liked it, and share the video if you think other people find it interesting. As a channel update, I don't really know. I think I'm going to be uploading Saturday, Sunday, so I think those should be more normal videos. I'm probably going to get back on the grind, I suppose, and yeah, that should be about it. Well, this is Hoto, and I'm out.